Chasing Mr. Nemo, did you guys know that sellers could negotiate the commission rate when they want to list a home? They're right. For years, sellers have been able to negotiate their commission rate when it comes to listing their home. I work out of southeastern Wisconsin, and we have always been very transparent in this state. We have always done buyer agency agreements, so buyers know exactly how the commission is paid for their buyer agent. And when a listing agent meets with seller, they have always been transparent with where their commission rate is going. So recently, there has been a lot of hoopla in the news and social media about real estate and the commission rates. So I'm just going to quickly go over the 3 different scenarios that we face when we are working with working with a seller when we discuss commissions and how agents are paid. So scenario number 1, when a listing agent meets with a seller, they will negotiate a commission rate, a percentage. That listing agent can easily take part of that percentage and they will pay the buyer agent who brings the buyer to the home and gets that accepted offer. In that scenario, the seller is paying the commission for both buyer agent and listing agent. In scenario number 2, the seller and the listing agent negotiate a percentage. That listing agent may take a little bit of that percentage and share it with the buyer agent. In that scenario, then that buyer agent will have to ask their buyer, to pay the other half of their percentage. So the seller and the buyer will both pay part of the buyer agent's commission. In scenario number 3, listing agent and seller negotiate a rate. The listing agent has decided, I'm not going to share any of this with the buyer agent. Therefore, that buyer agent has conversations with their buyer, and that buyer will then pay 100% of the buyer agent's rate. Now, when a buyer agent meets with their buyer, in the very beginning, and this is what I do, and this is what people should have been doing, in the very beginning, you have a consult. You explain the process, you set up the search criteria, you explain your value. This is what I'm going to do for you, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer. I'm going to help you find a house. You go over competition. You go over pricing scenarios. You want to find like the best price range that would work with them. And then you talk about the buyer agency agreement, which also talks about commission. So in the state of Wisconsin, we have always had buyer agency in place. What this means is that it is a contract that we sign with our buyers that will say, in the event that my commission is not paid by, from the listing agent that got it from the seller, you, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, will have to pay for the percentage that is not being paid for. So, again, I've always been very transparent with my clients, and there has been some agents out there who have said to their buyer agent, hey, by the way, I'm free for you. That has never been the case. And there's been some agents who have said to their sellers, hey, this is my rate, either take it or leave it, and that's it. And then at the closing table, the sellers had no idea that part of the commission that they were paying for their listing to their listing agent was also going to the buyer agent. So it has always, always, always been negotiable. And so when you sit down with your agent to list your home or to help you find a home, please make sure you have this discussion with them so you fully understand what your responsibilities are when it comes to commission. It could be a scenario where you buyer, you aren't responsible for it, or you're responsible for 50% of it or 100% of it. It could be the seller who's going to decide, you know what, I don't want to pay this amount. I'm okay with paying this amount. And you have every right to negotiate that rate. It's what's comfortable for you. I practice that way. And I've always said in a lot of my past videos, please do your research so you find the right agent that is working for you, that adds value to everything, that is helping you out, that has your best interests at heart. Y'all know that I am that agent. We know this. And I welcome any questions or concerns that you guys have on any of this. I just wanted to put it out there because there's a lot of rumors that are going around out there, and I just wanted to jump on real quick to just kind of clear some of it up. If you guys do have any more questions, concerns, please reach out to me. I'm here to help you out. I love educating people about the real estate process, and I just want to make sure that you know the facts and that you make the right decision moving forward. So, and just know I'm the right decision moving forward. But anyway, so I wish you guys a great rest of your Friday and great weekend, and we'll talk soon. Bye.